Well, me and my buddy back going to talk about something here. Ever since Texas Lottery started some years ago, after an initial flurry, as far as I'm concerned, I stopped buying tickets because I never won. I mean, I would buy $1, $2 ticket, scratch it off, time after time after time after time after time. I didn't win squat. And I heard people talk about, I won $500. And I will say that I think my wife won 600 about 20 years ago one time. But I haven't bought lotto tickets for years, Texas Lottery. And here recently I thought, buy a ticket. So I bought one of these. And do you know, the first one that I bought, I won $1. Hey, luck of the Irish, luck of the dog. So well, okay. In fact, I won $2. I went back and I took that $2 and bought 2 more, scratched them off, and of course nothing, gone. But then, over the last couple of weeks, I thought, well, maybe my luck's turned. I'll try a few. So now, I think I've spent $10, $15 on these little darlings. And all, of course, I had won was that first $2. So I started researching a little bit. And I got into Wikipedia on the computer. And I got into the Texas lottery system. And they say that they pay out 62% in prize money. Whatever they take in, 62% of it goes back in prize money. Somebody's got my 62%. Because at the rate I'm going, let's see, let's say I've spent $15 and I've had 2. 7 to, and it isn't much. Percentile is way down. And that's just in keeping with, the way it's always been. And reminds me, back when I was a kid, I remember I used to hear a saying, it was attributed to P.T. Barnum, there's a sucker born every minute. And if the average bloke out there in Texas is experiencing the same return that I am on the money that they put in, then they're sure wasting their money. I mean, I understand the state wants the money for education. Of course, I've told you about my educational theory. I'd cure the educational problems that it would be with this thing. So, I've seen people sometimes buy $40, $50 worth of these things. Of course, I didn't stand around and see how much they made out of it, but my guess is that, if anything, they made a damn sight less than what they put into it. So if I had my way, the state of Texas would be without one of their most lucrative sources of revenue. Either that, or I would go in there and reorganize the thing and actually pay out. I think if they paid 40%, it'd be great. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it's made to generate money, so you expect them to make a profit. So, just pay out 40%. But they're not doing that. They're raping the good folks of Texas. So, as I said with the Crystal Loaf and the store-bought chicken, stay away from the lotto. It is not a paying proposition. You're not going to get rich from it. So, and I'm going to cease my activity now in the lotto world. I've kind of learned my lesson, and P.T. Barnum can go find him another sucker. Anyway, have a fine one.